If you've been struggling with constipation for a long time and you've been to the hospital, you've probably been told to eat certain fruits and vegetables, and you tried them. But they still didn't work. This can be frustrating for many reasons. You've even had a colonoscopy, and nothing was found. And now it's time to try something different. In this video, I'm going to share 3 vegetables with you that will move your bowels very quickly. These vegetables work fast and show remarkable effectiveness, especially the third one, in eliminating constipation and helping you get to the bathroom more quickly. But that's not all. I'll also reveal 2 foods that are silently making constipation worse in older adults, so you can stop eating them immediately. Welcome to our health channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe right now and let's get started. Why constipation becomes more common with age. As people grow older, they begin to experience constipation more frequently. And there's a very good reason for this. As the body ages, the muscles in the digestive system weaken and slow down. This means that food passes through the intestines at a much slower rate. The production of digestive enzymes also decreases with age, making it harder for the body to break down food properly. On top of that, many seniors take multiple medications for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and arthritis, and a common side effect of many of these medications is constipation. Reduced physical activity, lower water intake, and a diet that is lower in fiber all add to the problem. So if you are a senior and you are struggling with constipation, please know that you are not alone. And more importantly, it is not something that cannot be managed. The serious consequences of chronic constipation. But here is something you should know. When you suffer from constipation for too long, it not only causes discomfort, it can also lead to serious health consequences. Firstly, chronic constipation increases the risk of developing hemorrhoids. These are painful, swollen veins in the rectum caused by straining repeatedly during bowel movements. They can bleed, itch, and make simple bathroom visits unbearable. Secondly, it can lead to a condition called diverticulitis, where small pouches form in the walls of the colon and become infected or inflamed. This causes severe abdominal pain and sometimes requires surgery to fix. Thirdly, and most seriously, long-term chronic constipation has been linked to an increased risk of colon cancer. When stool sits in the colon for too long, harmful toxins and waste products remain in contact with the colon wall for extended periods, and over time, this can trigger abnormal cell growth. This is not fear-mongering. This is backed by medical research. The problem with laxatives. Now, when seniors are faced with constipation, most of them resort to using laxatives and stool softeners suggested by their doctors. And while this may seem like the logical solution, here is a secret that not many people are willing to share with you. Laxatives are harmful, and they can soon make you completely dependent on them. When you use laxatives regularly, your bowel muscles begin to rely on them to do the work they were designed to do naturally. This is a condition doctors call lazy bowel syndrome, and it means that the longer you use laxatives, the more you need them just to have a normal bowel movement. Long-term laxative use can strip your body of essential electrolytes like potassium, sodium, and magnesium. In seniors, low electrolyte levels can lead to dangerous heart rhythm problems, muscle weakness, and severe dehydration. Some laxatives have also been linked to kidney damage when used over a long period of time. And yet, millions of seniors are taking them every single day, believing they have no other choice. But they do have a choice. If more seniors knew that with the right vegetables, they would have a safer, more natural, and far more effective way to end constipation for good, without the dangerous side effects, without the dependency, and without the expense, everything would change. And that is exactly what we are going to show you today. Vegetable number 1, okra. The first vegetable that will help you kill constipation and get your bowels moving fast is okra. Okra contains about 3.4 grams of fiber per 100 grams, which is actually more fiber than you will find in carrots. But what makes okra truly effective for constipation is not just how much fiber it contains, it is the type of fiber it contains and the unique way it works inside your digestive system. Okra is rich in soluble fiber. Now, what exactly is soluble fiber? Soluble fiber is the type of fiber that dissolves in water inside your gut and forms a thick, gel-like substance. This gel slows digestion in a beneficial way, giving your gut time to absorb nutrients properly, and it draws water into the stool, making it softer, heavier, and far easier to pass. For seniors who produce less digestive fluid than they used to, this water-attracting quality of soluble fiber is absolutely important. Okra is also rich in insoluble fiber, the type of fiber that does not dissolve in water. Instead, it adds bulk and volume to your stool. When your stool has more volume, your intestinal walls detect that bulk and respond by contracting, pushing the stool forward and out of your body. This natural muscle activation is what gets your bowels moving. But there's more. Okra is also rich in mucilage. This mucilage acts as a natural lubricant inside your intestines, coating the walls of your digestive tract and allowing stool to glide through smoothly. It prevents the dry, hard, painful stools that make constipation so unbearable, especially for older adults. A study published in the journal Nutrients confirmed that the dietary fiber and mucilage content in okra significantly improved bowel movement frequency and stool consistency in adults experiencing chronic constipation. This makes okra one of the most effective natural remedies available. Consider the story of Margaret, a 71-year-old retired teacher who had struggled with constipation for over 6 years. She had tried every laxative her doctor recommended, but nothing gave her lasting relief. A friend suggested she add okra to her meals 3 times a week. Within 10 days, Margaret noticed a dramatic difference. Her stools were softer, her bowel movements were more regular, and for the first time in years, she was no longer dreading her mornings. Here are 4 simple and delicious ways to add okra to your diet. First, okra soup. To prepare this, cook sliced okra in a light vegetable or chicken broth with tomatoes, onions, and a pinch of pepper. The mucilage releases into the broth and makes this a powerful bowel-moving meal. Second, steamed okra with olive oil. Steam whole okra pods for 8 minutes and drizzle with olive oil and lemon juice. Simple, quick, and highly effective. Third, okra and brown rice stir-fry. Start by sautéing sliced okra with garlic, ginger, and cooked brown rice for a fiber-packed, gut-friendly meal that seniors absolutely love. Now, okra helps kill constipation, and I highly recommend it. But here is something important you need to know. Eating okra alone is not enough, because okra is missing the one critical ingredient that is required to truly cure constipation, and that ingredient is water. You see, fiber without adequate water makes constipation worse. Without enough water, even the best high-fiber foods can actually make constipation worse, causing your stool to become even harder and more difficult to pass. That is why eating okra alone is not advisable, and why seniors must also include the next vegetable in their diet. Vegetable number 2. Cabbage. Cabbage is one of the most underrated vegetables on the planet. And for seniors struggling with constipation, it may be exactly what your body needs. Cabbage contains approximately 2.5 grams of fiber per 100 grams. Like okra, it carries both soluble and insoluble fiber, meaning it softens your stool while also adding the bulk needed to trigger your intestinal muscles into action. But the most powerful and unique quality of cabbage is something that has nothing to do with fiber at all. Cabbage is made up of 90 to 92% water. This is extraordinarily important for seniors. You see, as the body ages, the sense of thirst diminishes significantly. Many older adults are chronically dehydrated without even knowing it. And dehydration is one of the leading causes of hard, dry, difficult-to-pass stools. When you eat cabbage regularly, you're essentially drinking water through your food. That water absorbs directly into your digestive tract, rehydrating your colon, softening trapped stool, and creating the moist intestinal environment your body needs to move waste through comfortably and consistently. But cabbage has yet another extraordinary benefit, and this one involves your gut bacteria. When cabbage is fermented, it transforms into one of the most potent natural probiotic foods known to science. Probiotics are beneficial live bacteria that populate your gut and keep your digestive system functioning properly. A healthy gut is rich in these good bacteria, and they play a direct role in regulating bowel movements, reducing bloating, and breaking down food efficiently. Many seniors have a depleted gut microbiome due to years of antibiotic use, poor diet, and aging itself. Fermented cabbage helps restore that balance naturally without expensive supplements. Here are 3 powerful ways to add cabbage to your diet. First, cabbage and carrot soup. Simmer shredded cabbage and grated carrots in vegetable broth with garlic and turmeric. This warm, hydrating soup is gentle on the stomach and deeply nourishing for the colon. Second, braised cabbage with olive oil and garlic. Slowly cook cabbage wedges in olive oil, garlic, and a splash of lemon juice until tender. Serve as a side dish with any meal for a quiet but powerful digestive boost. Third, kimchi. Fermented cabbage prepared Korean style with ginger, garlic, and chili. Kimchi is a probiotic powerhouse. Eating just 2 to 3 tablespoons of kimchi daily has been shown to dramatically improve gut bacteria diversity and bowel movement regularity in older adults. Now, cabbage is incredible, and together with okra you already have fiber, hydration, mucilage, and probiotics all working together. But there is still one powerful element missing from everything we have discussed so far, and that element is nitrates. Vegetable number 3. Beetroot. Natural dietary nitrates are compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, and nitric oxide does something very specific and very important for constipation that neither okra nor cabbage can do. It relaxes and dilates the smooth muscles lining your intestinal walls, allowing your digestive tract to open up, contract more efficiently, and push stool through with significantly less effort and less pain. And the vegetable that is more loaded with natural nitrates than almost any other food on earth is our third and most powerful vegetable on today's list. Beetroot. Beetroot contains 2.8 grams of fiber per 100 grams. And like okra, that fiber is primarily insoluble. But beetroot is one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates on the planet. Improved nitric oxide production also means improved blood flow throughout your entire digestive system. Your intestinal walls rely on a rich blood supply to stay healthy, to produce the mucus that lines your gut, and to maintain the muscle contractions that drive digestion forward. When blood flow to the gut is poor, which is extremely common in seniors due to aging blood vessels, digestion slows down, stool dries out, and constipation becomes chronic. Beetroot reverses this process by consistently improving blood circulation to the digestive tract. It improves stool consistency over time, reduces the frequency of painful bowel movements, and helps your gut develop a healthier, more reliable rhythm that does not depend on laxatives. A study published in the journal Nitric Oxide found that regular dietary nitrate consumption significantly improved gastrointestinal motility, the speed at which food and waste move through the digestive tract in older adults. This makes beetroot one of the most evidence-backed natural remedies for chronic constipation in seniors. Here are 3 simple and delicious ways to add beetroot to your diet. First, beetroot and ginger juice. Blend 2 medium raw beetroots with a thumb of fresh ginger and a cup of water. Drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and watch how quickly your bowels respond before the day even begins. Second, Roasted beetroot salad. Roast beetroot cubes in olive oil until tender, then toss with arugula, walnuts, and a light lemon dressing. This makes a fiber-rich, nitrate-packed lunch that supports digestion all afternoon. Third, beetroot and lentil soup. Simmer diced beetroot with red lentils, garlic, cumin, and vegetable broth until thick and hearty. This combination delivers nitrates, fiber, and plant-based protein all in one deeply satisfying bowl. The critical warning: 2 foods, making it worse. Now, before we move forward, we need to stop and give you a very important warning, and we need you to take this seriously. Everything we have shared with you today is powerful. Okra, cabbage, and beetroot are 3 of the most effective natural remedies for constipation that exist, and if you add them consistently to your diet, you will see real results. But here is the hard truth that most health channels will not tell you. It does not matter how much you eat. It does not matter how much fermented cabbage or beetroot juice you consume every single morning. If you continue to eat the next 2 foods we're about to reveal, you will still be constipated. These 2 foods work directly against everything these vegetables are trying to do for your gut. They dry out your stool, slow down your intestinal muscles, and create the exact conditions inside your colon that make constipation chronic and painful. You cannot out-eat a bad diet. So, watch very closely, because removing these 2 foods from your plate may be just as important as anything else we have discussed today. Food number 1. Dairy. The first food that is silently making your constipation worse is dairy, and this includes milk, cheese, butter, ice cream, and even yogurt in large quantities. For many seniors, dairy has been a lifelong staple, something they grew up eating every single day and were told was essential for strong bones and good health. And while dairy does contain calcium and other useful nutrients, what most people are never told is what dairy does to your digestive system as you age. And the picture is not pretty. As people grow older, the body finds it increasingly hard to break down lactose, which is the natural sugar found in dairy products. When lactose is not properly broken down in the small intestine, it moves into the large intestine undigested, where it ferments and causes bloating, cramping, and disruption of your gut bacteria. But beyond lactose intolerance, dairy is also extremely high in fat and contains virtually no fiber whatsoever. And this is the real problem for constipation. Fat slows down the entire digestive process, reducing the speed at which food moves through your intestines. Cheese is particularly problematic. It is one of the most constipating foods in existence, containing concentrated fat, very low water content, and 0 fiber. Many seniors eat cheese daily on crackers and sandwiches, melted over meals, completely unaware that it is one of the primary reasons their bowels refuse to move. So, what should you replace dairy with? The answer is plant-based milk alternatives, particularly oat milk and almond milk. Oat milk is naturally rich in soluble fiber, contains beta-glucan, which feeds healthy gut bacteria, and has a creamy texture that makes it an easy and enjoyable substitute in tea, coffee, cereal, and cooking. Almond milk is light, hydrating, and gentle on the digestive tract, making it ideal for seniors whose stomachs are sensitive. Here are 2 recipes to help you make the switch comfortably. First, warm oat milk and banana porridge. Cook half a cup of rolled oats in 1 cup of oat milk over medium heat, stirring gently until thick and creamy. Slice 1 ripe banana on top and add a teaspoon of ground flaxseed and a drizzle of honey. This breakfast is extraordinarily rich in soluble fiber, natural sugars that draw water into the colon, and gut-friendly nutrients that will have your bowels moving reliably every single morning. Second, almond milk and beetroot smoothie. Blend 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk with 1 small cooked beetroot, half a cup of frozen blueberries, a tablespoon of chia seeds, and a teaspoon of ginger. This smoothie combines the nitrate power of beetroot with the hydrating lightness of almond milk and the extraordinary fiber content of chia seeds. It creates one of the most effective natural constipation remedies you can drink in under 5 minutes. Food number 2. Red meat. The second food that is keeping you constipated is red meat, and this includes beef, pork, lamb, and processed meats like sausages, bacon, and hot dogs. Now, we understand that for many seniors, red meat has been a central part of meals for decades. It's familiar, it's satisfying, it feels substantial, but red meat contains absolutely zero dietary fiber. And because it is extremely dense in protein and saturated fat, it takes significantly longer to digest than any plant-based food. Your aging digestive system struggles with it. Your stomach works overtime trying to break it down. Meanwhile, it sits in your colon, drying out, becoming harder, and making constipation worse. Beyond constipation, research has consistently linked high red meat consumption, particularly processed red meat, to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. This is the same serious consequence we discussed earlier as one of the most severe long-term effects of chronic constipation. The best alternatives for seniors are legumes and fatty fish. Legumes, including lentils, black beans, and chickpeas, are extraordinarily rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber. They contain plant-based protein that is far easier for an aging digestive system to process, and they actively feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel provide high-quality protein with none of the digestive burden of red meat. Their omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to reduce inflammation in the gut lining, supporting smoother and more regular bowel movements. Here are 2 recipes to make the transition delicious. First, spiced lentil and vegetable stew. Simmer 1 cup of red lentils with diced tomatoes, carrots, spinach, garlic, cumin, and turmeric in vegetable broth for 25 minutes until thick and deeply flavorful. This single bowl delivers more fiber than most people consume in an entire day, and it is warm, hearty, and deeply satisfying in a way that genuinely rivals any meat-based meal. Second, baked salmon with steamed cabbage and beetroot. Season a salmon fillet with lemon juice, garlic, and olive oil, and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Serve alongside steamed cabbage and sliced roasted beetroot. This meal combines 3 of the most powerful gut-healing foods we have discussed today into one complete, balanced, and utterly delicious plate that works hard for your digestive system long after the meal is finished. The bottom line: if everything we have shared with you today has been helpful, your next step is clear. Start incorporating okra, cabbage, and beetroot into your meals. Remove or significantly reduce dairy and red meat. Replace them with plant-based alternatives and fatty fish. Give your body 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice if your bowel movements become more regular. Observe if your stools become softer. Pay attention to reduced bloating and discomfort. The changes will likely surprise you, because these 3 vegetables, combined with the right dietary changes, can literally transform your digestive health. No laxatives, no dependency, no dangerous side effects. Just real food doing what it was designed to do, nourishing your body and keeping it working smoothly. Your gut health cannot wait another day. And before you go, we want you to stay on this channel, because in our next video, we'll reveal the 5 most powerful seeds that can reshape your senior nerve function. We'll show you how to reduce tingling and numbness in your hands and feet and naturally fight neuropathy from the inside out. You won't want to miss this. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. We'll see you in the next one.